Hi, I'm Nicholas Burtner. We're working with nature. Today, guys, I am really excited. I got a download. I got my brain whacked not too long ago about how to do something that many people in permaculture and in sustainable living and holistic practices want to do, which is to transition from our current lifestyle, our current debt-based lifestyle, into a more sustainable, regenerative, holistic permaculture lifestyle. So, guys, it was cool. It came to me. I got super excited. I thought about it. I beat up the idea a whole bunch, and I have come up with some things, and one of them is know that this is a way. There is no the way to do it. However, this is using sustainable practices to jump and leap into that type of lifestyle. I'm really excited about it, as you can obviously see. So, with that said, there are going to be things that you need to do, and they're not many, but the most important thing that will need to be addressed right from the get-go is you will need to commit. So anytime that you have a goal or a purpose or something driving you to do something better, there really is no obstacle for you. The only obstacle to not get what you are shooting for your goal, the only obstacle is yourself. So it will take focus and dedication. So with that said, let's get right into it. Alright, step one. This is embarrassingly simple stuff. Continue doing exactly what you're doing. So if you're making some money in a job, don't quit. You're actually going to need that money to transition, because we are in this current paradigm that is making us dependent on this debt-based society. So no worries. Your job, keep it and continue what you're doing. Step two, get educated. It is imperative. You do not need 5 years or 4 years degree to do this, which is amazing, because the stuff that's taught through permaculture and holistic practices you will not find in a university. Matter of fact, almost all the universities in the United States have asked Bill Mollison, who's the man who coined the term permaculture, if he would allow them to take permaculture into the university. He says no. If you want to kill a movement, or if you want to kill quality learning, put it into university. What is it? And let me ask you this: if you have a 4-year degree or a doctorate degree, how much debt do you have? Right? Think this through. Okay, so to get educated means to take a permaculture design course. It is a 12-day course. It is a mind changer. It is a view shifter, sorry. And I'm actually working on another video right now where I'm going to have lots of students and teachers give like a 2 or 3 minute testimonial over some questions of what has a permaculture design course done for them. I'll give you a short one now for me. I mean, it's totally changed my life. The moment I realized that we are out of alignment and we can come back into natural systems which were here from the beginning of time excuse me, and to harmonize with those, so we can create our own and design our own lifestyles in abundance. I was on board. I dove right in. So with that being said, it is every day you learn something different in a permaculture design course. One day we might be spending on architecture. To learn off-grid architecture and off-grid living will take a lifetime of learning. So you don't have to be a master, right? You don't have, or maybe a bad choice of words, you don't have to be, 100% expert. You need to know how to work with, sun angle and whatever you need to do to work with in architecture. Earthworks could take a lifetime of learning. We truncate these things down into one day of learning, or sometimes multiple subjects over a single day, or one subject over multiple days in the 12 days to give you a brain shifter on how to start making decisions that will benefit you, not just to go out and make the most money, which is driven on an economy that is that obviously you can see is having lots of problems. Okay, so that was step 2. Step 1, continue doing what you're doing, continue making your income. Step 2, get educated. Step 3 is to start thinking about transitioning and becoming a weekend warrior of permaculture. So, at the end of your permaculture design course, you will be granted a certificate that says you are a permaculture designer or a permaculture design consultant. With that, you are then able to go out and design people's properties and lifestyles, if they choose, how to be more closed loop, sustainable, and holistic. So, in the permaculture design course, you learn how to design. You have days are spent on it. So you do that, and at step 3, you do that on the weekends or when you have time that's not in your current job that's granting you the money to take your permaculture design course. You do that in your spare time to 5 to 10 people for free. Do not charge them anything. 5 to 10 people get permaculture designs for free. And you do that, you go on your Facebook, you go on maybe Craigslist, you go to meetup.com, which is a pretty cool site, check it out, and post on there, guys, I just got my permaculture design certificate, I'm a newly established permaculture design consultant, and I want to design your property for free if you're interested in learning how to do this and also doing it so you can be much healthier and that whole vibe is ramping up. Let me do this for free on your property. You do that to 5 to 10 sites. Okay, some of those sites are going to want to go into implementation, and that is completion. So in order to do that, step 4 is to organize a Blitz. If you don't know what a Blitz is, please look for that on the web, Blitz, and I will give you also a short definition here. It is a community-based event which typically a permaculture design consultant will organize, and it is to bring people in to do hands-on work and learn permaculture techniques, strategies, and methods while doing it. So what happens is there is a lot of people who wish they could take a permaculture design course, and for a variety of reasons, oftentimes it's time. They can't take 12 days, even if it's on the weekends, to jump off their current lifestyle and learn this. Sometimes it's money. However, they do have a day or two from time to time that they can schedule in where they can go learn hands-on experience. And in all honesty, we are currently in a situation that there are not a lot of people who are providing an opportunity for people to get hands-on experience. So even permaculture design consultants who have the design knowledge and the certificate, even them, they are looking for places to go, how do I start a food forest? How do I sheet mulch? So you will be providing a very desired opportunity for people who want to learn for themselves. They'll go back and take it to their houses and their community, and also want the experience. So there are a few things that when you look at them give you 3 wins, and this is one of them. For the property owner, they will have to spend some money on materials, water tanks, maybe micro irrigation, whatever it is. but they don't have to spend any money on labor. So it's a win for them, big win, and they got the design for free. It is a win for us as the permaculture designer who is leading and project managing the Blitz, because this now allows us to get project management experience as well as leadership experience, which is very valuable. And it also provides a win situation for the people to come and help, so they get hands-on experience and guidance. And oftentimes when I organize them, I give them 30 minutes to an hour of lecture time, so they can get some in-depth knowledge, not just, you know, getting out there with your hands. They're very appreciative of that. They want to know, you know, how, you know, what it's in a worm bin. They want to know how is a swale created and the back cuts and whatnot. So they want to know details. 3 wins. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so those were the beginning steps. Once that is established, now it starts getting really interesting. What we're going to do now is we are going to really ramp up a business as a permaculture design consultant. Okay, so I recommend you get a website. Okay, and then you start putting your portfolio from the 5 to 10 projects that you have designed and the few that you have implemented using permablitzes. You market those online, and then you charge $300 a session, and I usually call that a day, and that usually looks from 3 to 6 hours depending on how much you're talking with your client. Okay, so know that the people in permaculture now, my teachers, myself, we are doing everything we can to not only bring awareness but to raise the bar. Okay, I've recently raised my rates so I can be the highest around. I want to outprice myself, so I have to point these customers in the direction of my students or other students that have taken PDCs. When I used to work for other people, I never made $300 a day, right? If I charged $300 a day today, I would probably stay busy 5 days a week. It might not start that way for you, but we have to stay committed and focused, okay? And this is only part of the equation, making the money on this. All right, so we have come up to the point now to where we're charging people, and what's happening is we're doing it in our extra time. So we are creating an income. This is a time, it's the only time that I can think of, is where you can use the phrase burning the candle at both ends in a positive light. So on this end of the candle, what we're doing is we're creating an extra income. Now I'm going to give you some options of what I think can be done with this extra income. You can do whatever you like, but this I think would benefit you and for this new venture and for everybody. I think number one, you should use that extra income that is now, because you still have your current job. Use this extra income from your new business that you are doing because you love to do this. You get to actually practice what you preach, being a permaculture design consultant. It's fulfilling. You love the lifestyle, and then you get to go work in it. So you make this extra money, and one of the first things I would do, if I had debt, I would start paying down the debt. Okay, now on that same note, if we were in a situation where, you know, the world got whacked out and tomorrow things are going to be looking a lot different, you know, maybe not make the decision to pay down the debt, and then you would go into the second, one of the second options, which is to purchase some property. You don't need 100 acres, you don't need 30, you don't need 10 acres. You can buy a 1/4 acre lot, 1/8 of an acre, and you can do really, really profound stuff, stacking and packing. You'll learn more about that through a permaculture design course. So you pay down debt, purchase some property. If you can get 10 acres, that's great. And then, once you have property, that extra income goes into the implementation of your site. Right? So it can become a demonstration site after that. Okay. And by the way, I mean, I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas, kind of North Texas, and we have acreage around this area, not in city limits, that you can still get for $1,500 or $2,500 an acre. And it's overexhausted. It's been, plowed and heavily cropped for hundreds of years, but it's still good land. We use biomimicry and permaculture to ramp up the process of abundance. So permaculture can be done anywhere. But now that you're implementing, of the three options, you're implementing it on your site. If we go back to that candle, we're over here talking about income and what we can do with that income. Now that we have a site and we're implementing the practices on it, our needs, our food, our water, and our shelter, if you would like to, start producing on your property. You see, so you're gaining extra income, and then you're also providing your needs that you do not need to purchase your needs anymore, because you are now a producer as opposed to a 100% consumer. So this is truncating the need for an outside income source unless you want one, right? For that first job that you had. Matter of fact, at the end of this transition, you then have the freedom to quit your primary job. And if you wanted to, you can quit the permaculture design consulting because your needs come from your property. But oftentimes you're going to see people who don't want to quit because they're having such a good time. You get to help people, and it provides meaning and purpose. So your life kind of does this. The candle goes on both ends, and then you're able to become free, and then it opens back up into abundance. So it's very exciting. It's very doable. It will work. It takes blinders and focusing on becoming free. I couldn't give it a higher recommendation. I have only spoken to very few people about this. I really wanted to brainstorm it before I put it online. Don't get discouraged. Don't think you're too old. Don't think because you have kids you can't do it. Don't think there's anything that's stopping you from becoming free. It is up to you. Your own mind can do this. Nobody has come up with steps yet. This is the first thing I've ever heard of where you get steps to get out of current society into and transition into an abundant, free society. And you have to do that on your own. There are great, and I'll put in the show notes, I'll put links to what a Blitz is and to some podcasts and interviews of what we can do now that everybody's on that frame of mind. They're very inspiring, but this is a how-to for you, for an individual or family, to get out of a fear-driven, debt-based society into a free, abundant permaculture lifestyle. So I'm excited about it. If you need some mentorship, get a hold of me. I will gladly be of service to you. I absolutely love the position to help you. So I love you guys. I think you rock. Let me know what I can do to help you. I'll look forward to the next episode, and thank you so much.